Before you decide to sign that contract and finally move to China as an ESL teacher, you gotta listen to this. Ladies and gents, welcome to the First Time ESL Teacher podcast on Vibes with Pet. Today's video is a little eye-opener to first-time ESL teachers who are in China or who are planning to move to China to start a new adventure as ESL teachers. In case you're wondering what to do when you are presented a contract, these are some of the things you need to look out for. And make sure that they do have the required work documents to be able to process your work permit. You find out whether you are being brought over by an agent or whether you are being hired directly by the company you are going to be working with. Why do I say so? If you're coming through an agent, be pretty sure that your salary is going to be an agreement between you and the agent in most cases. That means if the company is paying, for example, 500 USD, the agent will probably negotiate with you to pay 300 USD. That is for an example. Next up, you must find out about the ages of the learners you are going to be teaching, the ages of the learners you're going to be training. Are they in kindergarten? Are they going to be Montessori? Are they going to be 3 years old, 5 to 1 year old, 6 years old? You must find out whether you are coming to teach primary schools, secondary school, if you're coming to a training center, or you're coming to teach adults who are businessmen or businesswomen. So you must find out about the ages of the learners you are going to be teaching or training. Why do I say this? We have had, and for example, I have seen people who leave the country to come and work here without being sure or without knowing the age group of the children they're going to be teaching, or without knowing the class situation of the learners they're going to be handling. For example, they, in their home countries, they say they were teachers, and then they get here and they're faced with a situation where the learners are mixed ages. Like you have in one class, you will have children who are 2 years old, 3 years old, 4, 5, 6 in the same class, and you need to teach them the same material. You need to teach them the same content because they are all in the same class. And in most cases, such a group of children or such a class is called, it's a Montessori class. And we know that where I come from, for example, it's hard to find such schools or such classes with children of different ages, low and high, in the same classroom. So you get there, you're a little shocked, you don't know what to do. These things you didn't find out. You just knew that you were coming to work at a kindergarten, for example, but you didn't find out what is the age group. This way, you will be able to prepare beforehand the situation you're going to face, or you're going to target the kind of material, the kind of games, or the kind of information you will be researching about this group of children while you teach in China. Next up, the thing you need to consider, will you be given accommodation? Is it going to be a shared accommodation? Is it going to be like a dormitory where you have to live with the other local teachers? Is it going to be an apartment? Are you going to be living in a hotel? Generally, just check about your accommodation or your housing situation before you finally agree to move. Next will be for you to know your working hours. How long are you supposed to work a day? In case you in case you need to do some extra time, or you're asked to do some extra time, you need to be sure how much you're going to earn for that extra time. You need to be sure how often that is going to be. If you're set to work from Monday to Friday, and you need to be sure, are there times when you'll be asked to work on Saturday or Sunday, so you don't get here and then they ask you to work on the weekend. You're like, huh? How is that possible? Am I not supposed to be working Monday to Friday? Guys, you need to find out all about this. There are exceptions because sometimes we do have Chinese festivals, we do have Chinese holidays which are general, and if they are longer than one day, we get to work to make it up. Next up, guys, the worst of them all, something you must make sure when you're coming to work here, be sure that you're being employed to work for a particular company, a particular location, because some employers have the tendency of letting you work in campus A, on campus A, campus B, campus C, all around the place. That is illegal. That is not permitted. Although it is the same company name, but as long as it's in different locations, you must only work for the location that offered you the visa. So if you were planning to come, make sure you find out, are you going to be working for different locations, or you will be situated in a particular location? Because if you get here, they tell you go and work in the primary school today, work in the kindergarten tomorrow, work at the training center today, because they all belong to the same owner. Do not allow that to happen, because when you are caught, you are in deep trouble. Only your ancestors will rescue you from that. And see you in the next episode.